So the crisis of leadership is itself one of the deepest problems America's facing. I say this again and again to congressmen and senators here in Washington. Am I hopeful? Yes, there could be a person. Let me tell you a story, Doug, that I love, and finish with this. When World War II broke out, there was a young Cambridge philosopher, a Don, who was an atheist, and he was seconded to the Middle East. He took with him some of the Western classics to read so that after the war, if he survived, he could teach them at Cambridge. One of them he took was the Bible. And in reading the Bible, he became a follower of Jesus, but found himself in North Africa. The British Army was in the middle of the longest retreat in British history, 800 miles from Tobruk to Alexandria. There was terrible class divisions, and the British problem, you have the problem of race, we have a problem of class. The difference between the officers and the men was appalling, the morale was terrible. And so here was this young man, now a Christian, no church, no teaching, except the Bible. And so he prays and says, Lord, how do you want me to pray? And the Lord said, pray this prayer. Lord, set over us a leader such that it will be for your glory to give the victory through him. He prayed that every day as they retreated. Churchill fired the general. He was a disaster. Sent out a second general. He died en route. He had to send out a third general, a young, relatively untested general, but he happened to be the son of a great Christian leader back in Britain. By this time, they're defending Alexandria, the Suez Canal, and Jerusalem. Imagine if the Nazis had captured Jerusalem. So the young general got the troops together, and remember this young Cambridge man had prayed every day, Lord, set over us a leader. And he said, the young general said, men, let us pray to the Lord of the armies, what the Bible calls the Lord of hosts. And as this young man heard this on a transistor radio, God said to him, this is the answer to your prayer. The battle the next week was the Battle of El Alamein. And as Churchill said, until El Alamein, all defeat. After El Alamein, all victory. And this young man listening to this, the general was Alexander Montgomery, who became a great hero after that. But as this young man, Derek Prince, heard this, God said to him, this man is the answer to your prayer. My wife and I pray every day. We turn it into the plural. Lord, set over us leaders, such that it will be to your glory to give the victory through them today. And of course, there are women as well as men who might be such a leader. But that's one thing America deeply needs, a leader to define reality and call the nation forward by going back to the best of the first principles of the American experiment.